Scribd Audio presents Dragon Two-Zero by William Mccaskey. Read for you by Paul Mcclain. There are no atheists in foxholes. Reverend William T. Cummings. Chapter 1. Reaver watched the go lights flash red, his body tense as he waited for them to flip green. Twice already this night he had watched his brothers and sisters in arms step into the darkness at the signal of the tiny green light that would send his squad into harm's way. The hawk banked sharply to the right, and he tightened his grip on the bar next to the open door to hold himself in place, though the barrel of his recon assault weapon smacked painfully against his left thigh. He'd have a welt there when they got back to the ship, and he hoped that was the worst he and his team would suffer on this little walk. The Hawk crew member opposite him, on the other side of the door, swayed with the motion of the aircraft, gripping a hold similar to Reaver's, while from behind him Reaver heard a muffled curse. Had to be Harlequin. The kid was on his first mission with Recon. And while school taught a great deal, some things you had to learn the hard way. Never let go of a handhold during atmospheric flight was one of them. Reaver didn't need to look back to check on Quinn. He knew that Bull would square the kid away. Bull had been Reaver's second on his first team and was now the assistant squad leader when the entire squad went to war. The crew member across from him held up 3 fingers for Reaver to see. Reaver responded with a thumbs up before sliding his left hand down to his rifle and flicking the push-to-talk switch for the subvocal mic sewn into the high collar of his combat shirt. His words carried to the earbuds worn by his teammates and matching those he wore himself. 30 seconds to drop. Quick out the door to cut the spread. The last words were for Harlequin's sake. Reaver voiced a silent prayer of thanks that they were dropping into a cold zone and no one would be shooting at them yet. He still expected Quinn to stall in the door like every cherry before him, and Bull to shove Harlequin out of the Hawk to ensure the ship's speed didn't scatter them too far during the drop. Before anyone had acknowledged Reaver's words, Bull's voice came across the net. Comms only, kid. I don't care if you're in my pocket. You use the net. A whisper carries further than the subvocal will. Good hook, boss. The final words were for Reaver, letting him know he had Harlequin squared away. Trackin'. Quinn's voice was shaky, but he sounded ready. Adrenaline and nerves would do that to a person. The red light flashed faster. Reaver stepped forward to stand in the door. His right hand gripped the door's edges, while his left hand held his raw across his chest.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?